What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in back to the channel. Today we are going to be working on the Miata again. You guys killed it in the last video. I think it got like 3,000 views in like less than a week. So thank you so much if you checked that out. If you did miss that video, this car is getting revived. It started out as like a cheap eBay build. It was our very first project car for the YouTube channel, and it finally came back after 2 years of sitting in the driveway. If you guys missed that video, I'll leave a link above so you guys can go check that out. Now that we're done fixing the essentials of the build, let's get into this. Look, I can walk around and you all can hear me. We've invested a little bit more money into the channel, so now we have a wireless microphone. Okay, but today we're actually going to be doing some more stuff under the hood. We're gonna be working on the valve cover, replacing all the gaskets around there. We do have a leak right in that vicinity. On the back side here, because the valve cover is gonna be off, might as well get the cam angle sensor. There's another thing we're gonna be fixing right here. We just threw some random bolt in there, but I mean, this needs to be drilled out and put a helicoil in there, and I'll teach you guys how to do that. It's pretty simple. We are still on the hunt for these two red hoses that still look bad, but that eventually we'll find them and swap them out. So that's all the things that we're gonna be doing today, but we need to start with a fresh surface. We're gonna pressure wash all this out, clean out all the gunk so we're not getting dirty, one, and two, we can see what is actually leaking and what's just been neglected. That calls for a shop upgrade though. Check out what we got. This is the Grand Falls pressure washer with 100-foot auto retracting hose. Draft Tools makes this, and we reached out to them. They were kind enough to work with us on a YouTube video. Really excited to have this because setting up our old pressure washer to wash all the cars was a pain in the ass. The hoses kink, and it's just a big setup. Cool thing about this is that it hard mounts to the wall. We'll keep it connected to the electrical box, and the only thing that we'll have to do is run a hose from the outside inside to the garage. Eventually we'll have a hardline water line into the garage, so there will be zero setup. It'll just be an on and off situation with the button. So we'll use this and pressure wash the engine bay. Let's unbox this and put it on the wall, baby. So now we're just gonna come in here and spray everything on down. Look at all the crap that came off the engine. So we're gonna have to wash the driveway, obviously, but luckily we got 100 feet. It's all right. I think the best thing about this is that it's all conveniently here. It's a bit loud, but it's powerful too. Oh my God, this thing's heavy. Now that it's all clean, we can get this thing. It's slippery. Oh my God, we can get this thing in the garage and fix all the oil leaks and get it painted. The steering wheel's locked. I need you to unlock it. Bro, there is so much oil and grease under this car. Oh my God, come on, baby. Whew. Okay, we're good. All right, now we get to go and do the fun part. That looks freaking awesome. So obviously the idea of this video is to make the engine bay look amazing, right? So we're starting with a fresh surface. We got it all degreased. So we got a new oil dipstick to replace the broken one because just about every single Miata has a broken dipstick handle. The valve cover, obviously all the leaks were from the top end, or a majority of them were from the top end. So to fix that, we have a cast O-ring, which is right down here. This is gonna cause a lot of the leaks around this section. But while we're doing that, we're also gonna do the new valve cover. Since the valve cover is gonna be off, silver aluminum paint, high heat protectant with a satin clear. This is gonna give it a shine, but not like a, oh wow, that guy's painted his engine bay. It'll look OEM. So these two will kind of be the final touches for the top end. But just because we wanted to be a little extra on this video, I found a website called MiataBolts.com. That led me to MiataSource.com. MiataSource ships faster to us. So we ordered some hex bolt. Look how nice those are. Hex style, I'm sorry, I keep saying hex, but they're Allen bolt head stainless steel hardware, and that's gonna go on the top of the valve cover. There is one extra step on top of doing this. In order to complete this look, down here, that bolt snapped. That was supposed to sit flush like that, and this is just a nasty bolt. So these bolts will all replace everything on the top end, and I'll leave links below for you guys. On top of that, we have the water pump pulley bolts, which now that I'm looking at it, they're pretty, I don't even think we'll do those. They're so hard to see, you can't even see them. The lower timing cover piece right here, we got bolts to replace those. Those are coming in. And the last piece is the header heat shield, and we got new bolts for that. We'll paint that up in the same aluminum color, and maybe we'll hit it with the clear, I don't know yet, but we'll see how that comes out. So right now, we're gonna disassemble everything and prep for paint. Right, I'm really surprised that it leaked. I feel like I used a Felpro, but maybe not. Maybe I used a stone, which is the absolute worst gasket you could do. That's probably what we did. We didn't have any money when we first started working on this car. So a $6 stone gasket versus a $30 Felpro wasn't in the budget probably. Old gaskets off. We'll wash this off, get this real nice and clean, hit it with a primer, our base coat, and then the clear. We'll bring it on back, replace some more gaskets, and slap everything back together. It always leaks on the backside. That's like the fourth cylinder always gets the hottest because the Miatas weren't normally supposed to be inline when they were first being invented. They started off as front wheel drive cars. So it was okay for the cooling system, but it wasn't ideal to run from front to back. There is a kit that you can buy that bypasses the front thermostat and reroutes it around to the backside. So if you really are worried about cooling on your Miata, you'll do that. We're drilling out a bolt. This is a helicoil process. Some people don't like helicoils. We did it on the 240 and they rock. I fully back the helicoils. So use them, don't use them, whatever you want to do. We're gonna use them. We have a bolt that's stripped right here. Here goes nothing. All right, so if this worked, our new bolt should just go right in here, and we got a brand new thread. I'm happy with that. I like it. It's gonna look so good when we're all done. Can't wait. Okay, yeah, we'll degrease it again one more time and then we'll paint it. So we're all set up. We got everything taped off. Forgot to mention it earlier, but we also have a high heat primer. So we'll hit this first with a couple coats. You wanna start off light, and then on your last coat, you wanna go heavy. Only thing to do is to shoot it. So now we're gonna let this coat flash. We went pretty heavy on the second layer. Then we'll come back and hit it with the other aluminum color. Oh bro, that's like an awesome color for the 240, like for the wheels. Look how shiny it is. That's beautiful. It's like a champagne-y, gold, silver. I dig that color a lot, a lot. Almost forgot to paint this. Alina reminded me. Thank God. Get away. Zip, zip, bip, 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 bip. I think there's a certain place and time to use the satin. This isn't supposed to be like a pop in your face kind of thing. It's not supposed to be super shiny. It's just supposed to be nice, and that's all. Okay, so everything's painted. It's all drying. While it dries, we're gonna do the cast O-ring, and it's really easy. I'll show you guys how to do it. If you guys don't know, there's one bolt back here holding this in, and once that bolt is removed, you could actually spin this left to right, adjusting your timing. There are some people with NA6 Miatas that like to advance the timing to get a little bit more pep out of this engine. Now, that's all great. I think it makes more wear for the car. So I just have it, yes, it's a sluggish engine. It is what it is. It's a little bit more reliable, I think, having it set to where it's supposed to be. We're just gonna mark a line so that we could be exactly where we were. That way we don't have to retime it or anything. So we're gonna move everything aside here, and we're gonna unplug this harness. So right there, that's where the 12 sits on the back side of that. If you guys don't have these flex head ratcheting wrenches, I think it's one of the best investments that we've made for tool-wise. I think it was 60 or 70 bucks for a large set of them. And they make jobs like this a lot easier. We're not even gonna bother taking it out all the way. This is enough access. So grab a pick the old one off, scalpel. Here's our worn out O-ring. So the cool thing about doing an O-ring, so doing this O-ring is actually way easier. I just realized there's a notch that you have to line up with the cast onto the cam, and it's literally right there. You could see it. You see that? All we have to do is just line it up from there. And we don't need a mirror or anything because we could just look at it from the top side.
Oh, nope.
You just gotta wiggle this back and forth. There's almost no tolerance between these two pieces of metal. You get what I'm doing. Push it on, align it in, tighten the bolt down. Make sure your lines match up. Once it actually seats all the way in, then you just rotate to where it was. Ours is right there, and that's that. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Well, I didn't do that. It was all Lena. Took about 10 minutes roughly. If it doesn't go in one way, flip the dial around. It spun on us. We didn't know that, so we had to flip it up and reverse it. She had a Miata. Is it worth it to let me? Slowly losing our minds right now. Okay, now that we got everything situated, we'll put everything back on tomorrow. We're gonna let the paint cure, and actually, let's take one more look at it, because it looks tits. Oh, it's not so shiny. So they came out really nice. They're okay to touch, but we don't want to put any pressure on them or put bolts to them yet. You're supposed to bake this material, like they say all over the place, put it in an oven for 400 degrees for a half hour. We're not gonna do that. Yeah, we've done it to 2 cars and it is fine. So we're just gonna leave it like this. Oh yeah, we also did the upper timing cover. But having all these pieces all painted up nice will make that engine bay look really good. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. And last but not least, the valve cover goes on. We'll re-gasket it right now. We already got the mating surface all cleaned up. You don't want any leftover gasket residue around these corners. We're gonna add gasket sealer to these, we'll call them the moons, and we'll just go all around with some gasket sealer. And we have our new valve cover gasket on. Just lays right in place and we'll slip it on. Dude, that looks dope. And hardware time. All right, this is the part I was really excited about. Oh my God, it looks so nice. Yeah, boy, damn, that looks good. This ain't brain science, yo. Damn, I'm so happy that we went with the silver on silver. Okay guys, and that wraps it up for today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and if you stayed to the end, give us a thumbs up because it really helps the channel out a ton. Now with a little bit of elbow grease and a few bucks, you can get something that looks really good. We're gonna continue this process with this car. I think our next step, oh, those are the bolts. There they are under the wiper cowl. I couldn't find these, we had to film the outro, so Thank you. I think we're gonna start next in the wiper cowl, blacking everything out, putting a new cowl on, changing out a reservoir, and a bunch of other things that are just will make this car look a lot better underneath the hood. If you guys have any questions or suggestions about what we should do next for this car, leave it down below. I always read all the comments, even the mean ones about the bald head. Stop it.
You know who you are.
But anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys want to see any behind the scenes stuff, Instagram and TikTok at 86 Goals, you can go check it out over there, and we will see you in the next video. Take it easy. Gotta get you. Oh.